Like many other parents and families, Jeff Orr spends so much of his time around hockey, it's hard to believe he also runs a business. I went down to Kedron to meet Jeff and his daughter Vicky, or Mouse to her friends, and find out how the two things balance in their life.
I have 3 children and they all play hockey. Vicky started playing about 10 years ago. Abby started playing 8 years ago, and Alistair has been playing now 5 years, and I play as well, so it's the 4 of us playing. During the winter season, I'm involved in hockey 7 days a week. I lose track because we've been to Townsville a couple of times for games, we've been to Cairns a couple of times for games. It's great, we meet up with the families. This time the under-15s, there were 3 Brisbane teams up there, and we all got together for dinner on the Saturday night in one of the local pubs. There's just an amazing spirit because of that. I loved sport. I was at boarding school, and so for the 5 years I was at high school, I had on-tap sports, 24/7. It's changed dramatically, and yet it is expensive. It is an expensive sport. It's absolutely necessary, Paul, to budget for these things, so you don't suddenly get a nasty shock. So it's necessary for you to carefully look at what it is going to cost you, so that you don't have to suddenly turn to your talented child and say, sorry mate, can't afford it. We've certainly sat down with parents of children who do play sport and play hockey especially, and worked out with them how they are going to afford to pay the fees to get their kids to go away, because they know those trips are not going to get any cheaper. The better their kids are at the sport, the more times they're going to travel. One of the parents, for example, their kid, because they've been selected to represent Queensland, is splitting their year 11-12 over 3 years. So it's an extra year's school fees, $20,000, that they've got to look at finding for that extra year's schooling to accommodate their child playing the sport. I'd like to say that we've dipped our hands into our pockets to help parents who maybe weren't able to afford the uniform to get their kids to go away.
So, what is Jeff's business?
Brisbane Money Management's a financial planning firm. We help people manage their money to help them meet their goals, whatever those goals are. We have 2 offices, one at Indooroopilly Shopping Centre and one in Nunda, Sandgate Road. My business partner, Trung Ma, and I bring more than 50 years of experience in financial services to help our clients manage their money. On a hockey pitch, the goal is readily identifiable. In life, for our clients, very often that's not quite so easy.
That's exactly right, Jeff. I think the first step in creating a financial plan is to understand the client's goals, and that's exactly what we try and do here at Brisbane Money Management. It's important to set yourself a goal. It provides the target and creates the incentive to try and reach that goal. Unfortunately, it's something that people often fail to do.
People don't plan to fail, but they do fail to plan. When people work with us at Brisbane Money Management, the first thing we do with them is to get them to set those goals.
Well, once we've established the goals, the next step in the process is to understand the client's current situation, create a snapshot of what their situation is like. So we looked at things like their current income, their current expenses to make sure there's no money management issues there. We also try and look at their debts, current savings and investments, including superannuation, making sure that they're maximising superannuation as best as possible. We also try and make sure that we can identify any gaps in their insurance to make sure that their family is taken care of in any unforeseen circumstances, and to make sure the client has some kind of steps towards planning for retirement.
Once we've gathered all that information, then we start considering the financial plan. The Brisbane Money Management financial plan documents the steps you need to take to achieve the goals that we've talked about. You'll end up with a financial roadmap taking you from A, where you are now, to Z, where you want to be in retirement. The next step is we send you the plan. We send any supporting documentation, research, product, notes, so that you can fully understand what it is we're recommending. This gives you the opportunity to review those recommendations and prepare any queries for our next meeting. At the next meeting, we fine-tune the plan to meet your requirements. Then, with your permission, we put the plan into action. Our role doesn't finish there. We get together with you on a regular basis to review and revise your plan. These meetings give you an opportunity to update us on changes and developments in your life, and us an opportunity to update you on the progress you're making towards your goals.
Our Brisbane Money Management Plan will help you achieve your goals and provide a greater peace of mind about your finances.
Brisbane Money Management have been long-term supporters of hockey here in Brisbane. We'd like to help you hit your financial goals. Please give us a call.